Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Performing and Visual Arts, SOPVA, Certificate Postgraduate Certificate Programs, Certificate in Performing Arts Hindustani Music, CPAHM, OVA 001 Indian Culture Heritage, Block-1 Introduction to Indian Culture, Unit-1 Indian Culture and Cultural Traditions. 1.1 Introduction. When you visit a place for the first time, you will see the people of that place speak in a different language, dress differently, eating style is different, and follow certain ways and manners which may be different from yours. In order to survive, there you learn some of these ways. But all of us are born into cultures in terms of family, community, and society. There are certain ways we behave, think, dress, understand the world around us, we follow the religion and caste, we speak the language of the region. This may differ from region to region. All these influence on us as we grow and we absorb these practices. Many of these practices have been handed down for generations naturally. At the same time, these cultural practices are subject to change. In this lesson, we will explore the expressions of culture and cultural traditions of India. Objectives. After studying this lesson, you will be able to times define culture, times understand how culture is evolved, and times explain Indian cultural traditions. 1.2 Meaning of culture. Culture has been defined by many people in different ways. Culture can be defined as a complex system of knowledge, belief, art, law, morals, customs, and many other habits acquired through traditions by a man as a member of a particular society. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India, described culture as the outcome and basis of training, establishment, and development of physical and mental potentials. Sri Raja Gopal Acharya, the first Governor General of British India, defined culture as the collective expression of the thoughts, speeches, and deeds of the learned, talented, or creative members of a society or a nation. By these, we understand that culture is seen or felt through our thought process, literature, language, arts, religion, customs, traditions, and the way we know the world around us. 1.3 Evolution of culture. The most spectacular forms of Indian cultural expression are closely associated with religion. Some of traditions are functional, practical, and prescribed for keeping clean. For example, taking bath every day and worship only after taking bath. Cleaning the house every day, lighting the lamps in the evening without fail, not to wear the used cloth, etc. Later, these practices were associated with religion for strict adherence. This is how most of our cultural traditions have been evolved. Outstanding structures were created for religious purposes. Temples were like the centers of socio-cultural life of the society. All temple traditions have cultural relevance and practiced in the context of social activities. For example, temples generated employment opportunities for various sections of people like architects, chariot makers, stone and woodcutters, sculptors, painters, priests, teachers, accountants, epigraphers, dancers, musicians, garland makers, people who participate in and execute processions, traders, cooks, guards, officers, and many more people. Our religious beliefs also influence our daily lives. Marriage rituals, the food we eat, the clothes we wear are governed by the religious rules, and also it goes with the region to which we belong. For example, the Hindu, Muslim, Christian, and Sikh women of Punjab wear salwar khameje wear as the all women irrespective of religions wear sari in Tamil Nadu. Thus, our cultural traditions are shaped by many factors other than religion. 1.4 Indian Cultural Tradmons. Fine arts. The arts are one of the important forms of cultural expression. Dance, music, painting, sculpture, drama, architecture have evolved through centuries. There is wide range of varieties in each of these because they have acquired changes during historical period. Each of these communicates a message and signifies the way the ideas and emotions were expressed through the means of artistic language. You will study each of these forms of culture in the lessons later. For example, the Buddha and Mahavira sculptures communicate the feelings and the state of peace and tranquility. The sculptures of dancing Shiva tells us how gods enjoyed dancing. The Panchtantra stories are depicted on the walls of temples and also paintings from Mughal period tells us the taste and interests of Mughal emperors. If we take music, we have classical traditions such as Hindustani, Carnatic, popular traditions like Sufi, folk, bhajans, kirtanas, bhakti sangeet, Rabindra Sangeet, film music, etc. India is very rich in the development of all such traditions. Literary tradition. In the field of literature to the Vedic sources, Sanskrit works of Kalidasa and others including Persian, Urdu and English and the regional literature show the finer expression of Indian imagination, understanding life and philosophy. The classical language like Sanskrit and local language like Prakrit and others have simultaneously evolved. Indian cultural life is gloriously depicted in these various forms of literature. Science and technology. Science and technology have also evolved as part of Indian culture, which is felt in the use of metals, building forts, palaces, temples and other worshipping places. Building of tanks and cities. Metal craft, jewelry, bead making, boat making. Ceramics, which speak about the use of different metals and the progressive stages of Indian material culture. Religious tradition. Indian religious tradition talks about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the entire universe is one family of God. Through the ages, the Vedic chants, Buddhist chants, Jaina chants, Sufi songs, Islamic Hindu combination, folk songs, poetic compositions of saints from all over the country during Bhakti movement have made Indian culture rich and deep-rooted. The women saints like Akka Mahadevi, Kamtaka, Mirabai, Rajasthan, Andal, Tamil Nadu, Leh Ded, Kashmir have richly contributed to the Indian literary and religious tradition. Although the Indian society was divided into many caste groups, harmony was maintained between the people of different religions. Religious tolerance was the basic principle of Indian culture. From such experience, spirituality and the science of yoga have emerged as cultural traditions. Indian spirituality and yoga are the great contributions to the world today. The folk traditions are known as living traditions. They are colorful, rich and closer to nature. Epics and their influence. Indian cultural values can be seen through the narration in our great epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata. The story of these two epics is very familiar to Indians as they like to watch these even now on television or through the enactment of their episodes in classical arts or folk arts. The values upheld in these epics are applicable to all times. The contents are so impressive that countries like Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Thailand, and Nepal have also imbibed these in their culture. Fairs and festivals. Indian culture is seen in the way festivals are celebrated in rural and urban places. The customs followed in fairs, festivals show the beliefs such as the truth triumphs. The evil, the happiness and sorrow are to be seen complementing each other. The elders are to be respected, the family tradition should be valued, peace has to prevail, violence of any kind is to be avoided, dance, drama and music become part of ceremony symbolizing life is a celebration. Food and dress tradition. Our food tradition and dress tradition are very rich and vibrant. Each region comes out with delicious and tasty dishes which are prepared according to the availability of resources like milk, vegetables, greens, and grains. The dishes are based on the availability of the resources found naturally in different seasons. Fresh and natural food is preferred and is of good quality as tinned food is still not desired in Indian traditional preparations. In temple, churches, mosques and Gurudwaras culture food offerings are made with tasty dishes. India has rich textile tradition in silk, cotton, woolen and raw fiber yarn. Each region has its own weave with typical way of weaving and design. For example, Munga silk from Assam, Paithani saris from Maharashtra, Bandini from Gujarat, Kanjivaram silk from Tamil Nadu and Mysore silk from Karnataka, etc. Kashmir shawls and carpets have great demand in other countries since many centuries. In Indian tradition, the textile that is handmade are known as handlooms. 1.5 Cultural interaction and change. People from different cultures have been coming to India even before the Christian era. Because of the contact with other cultures, our culture goes through the process of cultural interaction. Such contacts can take place due to trade where the merchants come and have exchange of goods, invasion where the conquerors invade the country, expedition sea or land exploration. Cultural interaction takes place when pilgrims or travelers visit distant lands and also when the artists and artisans move from place to place. Finally, people migrate in search of work and establishment of settlements also cause cultural interaction. Those involved in such interactions learn about practice of different peoples and carry their own ideas and customs to the places they go. This will be a process in which the cultural practices of all those involved will alter or tend to change. The food tradition and dress tradition have undergone much change. If we observe, what we eat today is an admixture of older ones traditionally grown and available in India and the most recent ones like pizzas, pasta, noodles, ham, burgers, ice cream, etc. At the same time, people in other countries like USA, UK, and Middle East have developed taste for Indian cuisine such as dosa, curries, kebabs and sweets. Even the dresses people wear in Indian cities have great Western influence. The effects of technology have brought many changes in our day-to-day life. Even the remote villages have television, mobiles, telephone and internet. In this way people are connected and this has altered the socio-cultural life of our people. You will come across more information on the changing trends in the Indian cultural heritage in the lessons which follow. 1.6 Summary. In this unit, we have tried to define what culture is and also the meaning of culture. This has given us an understanding that culture is the integral part of our everyday life. Every human being will evolve culturally in a society. So far we have learnt times if we wish to answer questions arising from the interaction of our lives with culture, we have to refer to our cultural heritage. This will help us to understand our present life and situation better. Times the ideas and theories prevailing in our social thought of today have a cultural background. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.